It's time for short track racing, and today we've got qualifying. Welcome to Speed's coverage of NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series qualifying from Memphis Motorsports Park.
Brown, this is a very difficult racetrack. We know that, and you guys weren't great in practice. So what did you do to try to make it better in qualifying?
Well, my crew chief, Mike Beam, went to work on our truck, and we actually found this morning, my car chief, or truck chief, Richie Latender, he found we had a little bit of a brake problem, actually. Had to change both of our brake master cylinders, and so we're hoping it's a lot better here come qualifying. Worked on it last night in the second practice and got this number 6 Conway Freight 4F-150 truck. Driving better, but certainly not like this truck normally drives. So we're thinking that brake problem was it, and we're hoping we go out here in qualifying and find out that it runs real fast.
Okay, well, hope that's a lucky break for Colin Braun. He is about 5th in line to go out qualifying today here at Memphis.
Colin Braun making his first ever truck start here at Memphis this weekend. And you fought some things in practice yesterday, but a decent qualifying run, 12th. Can you work with that tonight?
Well, I think so. I think our number 6 Conway Freight 4F-150 truck is really good in race trim. Just struggled with it yesterday. We had brake problems. We finally figured out we had brake problems yesterday. The truck just wasn't driving like it should yesterday, and came in this morning, found out we had some brake problems. So kind of went out there qualifying, not really knowing what our truck was going to drive like. Made a few adjustments we thought was going to help, and crew chief Mike Beam did a great job. And we went out there and had a really good truck. Just didn't quite push it hard enough there. You know, just wanted to be conservative and make sure we had a good, solid run. And you know, Travis Quaffle won this race starting 10th here last year, so hopefully we can do it from 12th.
Now, most of the tracks we've been to this year you're seeing for the first time, but you ran the nationwide race here last fall. How can that help you this evening?
Well, I think it's going to help just a little bit, just knowing this racetrack, what it's going to do. Last year when I ran the nationwide race, there were 25 or 26 cautions, so hopefully not that many cautions you know, tonight, but I think it'll help a little bit just knowing what the racetrack's going to do.
The Rookie of the Year point leader rolling 12th tonight, guys.
Oh, we were, you know, Colin Braun is driving the Roush Fenway Ford. He's been a busy guy. He's been both races last week, Craftsman Truck and the Nationwide, so busy guy there.
Everyone's getting busy right now. The pace truck is off. They're coming to the green flag from Memphis Motorsports Park. Darnell's dropped back a bit. There's his teammate, Colin Braun, in the number 6 Conway Freight Ford F-150.
Remember, Colin was one of the trucks that came down pit road, Adam.
Yeah, and he did so in lap 36, and the reason, Phil, the truck extremely tight. This team's had a tough weekend. They battled an ill-handling truck all day yesterday in both practice sessions. Couldn't figure out what the problem was. When they came in this morning, they discovered it was brakes. They changed both master cylinders, a little bit of a question mark what kind of truck they would have here tonight. It did not react that well after qualifying 12th. And so they had to come down pit road, make some changes. He restarted outside the top 25, but as you can see, he's working his way back through the field. And one thing that should help Colin this weekend, he ran the nationwide race here last October. So unlike many of the tracks we've been to this year, he has some experience at Memphis.
See, Colin's going to make his way to the inside of TJ Bell. See a lot of brake rotor temperature there, Doug, on that 6 truck. And when you get back in traffic like that, you really have to use those brakes, don't you?
Well, you're riding behind the truck in front of you, and that takes air out of your brake ducts, and then you're trying to slow the truck down in the middle to keep from hitting the guy in front of you, so you use them just a little bit more than you would if you were out in front. So it's definitely affecting his truck there. You can see the glowing red rotors. And that spells trouble there in the long run.
We saw the 30 truck at Top 09 with virtually no rotor heat right in front of him.
So Colin Braun riding those brakes just a little bit harder than some of his competitors on the racetrack. That could cause tire issues for Colin Braun.
Racing. See Colin Braun right now all over the back of that 4 truck of Stacy Compton. That's for the lead.
Stacy Compton trying to hold off the 6 of Colin Braun. Colin Braun's got the nose underneath him. Stacy's got to run that just a bit higher line through 1 and 2, and now Colin Braun tucks into the back behind Stacy Compton once again.
Colin able to keep his truck a little bit lower than Stacy. See if he can pull up beside him. Nope, not able to do it this time, coming off of 4.
Dodge, Ford, Chevy, Toyota. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the racetrack.
That's pretty much parity right there.
I believe that's what Wayne Aughton calls parity in this series.
See some rotor temperature from both the 6 of Colin Braun and the 33 of Ron Hornaday.
And we talked about that 6 lighting the rotors up. That's Colin Braun in that Conway Freight Ford F-150. Everyone chasing the number 4 Dodge truck of Stacy Compton. He leads at Memphis Motorsports Park after 70 of 200 laps.
for sure. Adam, what's going on with the Colin Braun truck?
He has started to drop back, and they think it's a tire going down. They're not sure which one it is. All the crew members up on the wall, but a tough break for Colin Braun, who was running in the top 5, looking for only his second top 5 finish of the year, and he's fading through the field. Mike Beam, the crew chief, said stay out, and let's see if we can catch a caution.
Johnny Benson has made his way on the pit road. Obviously couldn't do anything with that transmission. Ray's coming down there towards you.
Something?
There's a replay right there. What a great job by Colin Braun to avoid Johnny Benson. Johnny just never went. It's amazing how quick these trucks get up to speed, and Colin Braun was all over the back of Johnny Benson, turned hard left and avoided him. 87, there's a battle right there. That's a battle for the 6th position between Stacy Compton, Colin Braun.
Colin Braun trying the inside line again on Stacy Compton. Let's see if he gets the pass. He does as Compton ducks in behind, but how about this? Compton looking back to the inside of Colin Braun now.
Yeah, Colin really drove it in that corner hard. Slid up the racetrack. Stacy was going to do the old crossover, not quite able to make it.
Now Colin Braun trying to get by that 9 of Justin Marks.
Justin Marks trying to get by the 15 truck of Mark Mitchell. Both of those trucks are laps down. Mark Mitchell 2 laps down. Justin Marks 1 lap down. Colin's going to try to go around the outside of the 9 of Justin Marks. Matt Crafton, the 88, is going to follow him through there.
Right now, some great racing continuing on the racetrack. Ron Hornaday still in front of the field. Eric Darnell runs 2nd. Rick Crawford is 3rd. Bobby East 4th. David Starr is 5th. And we see some side-by-side racing here.
A great battle for 6. Matt Crafton trying to get by that 6 truck of Colin Braun. Looks like he has a better truck right now. He got right to the bottom of the racetrack. Colin's going to hang tough on the outside.
So Matt Crafton trying to take the position away. Colin Braun keeping the momentum up, running the higher line here at Memphis.
See, Mike Skinner sneaking into that battle as well. Mike Skinner really struggled early on in this race. Looks like he's improved that truck quite a bit right now, running up in the top 10 and 8.
Looking back from the Toyota onboard of David Starr.
Matt Crafton just cannot quite clear that 6 of Colin Braun. If he could just clear him, if he could just hear a spotter say clear, that would be music to his ears.
Bumper to bumper. Looks like a Michigan finish right there as they went by the start-finish line.
That's just about has him. Just about has him. Not quite.
There he got it. And so Matt Crafton now takes the 6th spot away from Colin Braun. And look at Mike Skinner get all over the back of that 6.
Colin Braun also spins around. There's Colin trying to get going again.
7th caution of the night as they come back to the yellow flag that the leaders will not come on the pit road now. They have made their beds. Colin Braun slowing on the backstretch. He just hit the wall, and so he's having troubles keeping it down on the racetrack.
Well, those guys have really battled, really struggled. See a lot of damage to the right side of that Conway truck. See Mike Skinner comes off the corner, forces Colin up into the outside wall.
Skinner almost into it as well.
And Mike Skinner did not quite have him cleared. Moved up the racetrack. Adam, what's going on with that 6 truck? What are they saying?
Well, it's a tough break for Colin Braun. You know, they stayed out because there was no damage after that last caution. They were involved with their teammate Bobby East. They were going to get a top 10 finish, no doubt about it. But the incident with Skinner caused him to have a tire go down.
6 back on pit road. Colin Braun makes his way back on the pit road. A tough, tough night for that team as Donnie Leah ended up 3 laps down. He won at Mansfield earlier. Colin Braun was 6 laps down when it was all said and done.